Mark 15:33 and 34. At noon, darkness fell across the whole land until 3 o'clock. Then at that time Jesus called out with a loud voice, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani, which means, my God, why have you forsaken me? At that moment, Jesus experienced something that he had never experienced in all of his life, and that was a separation with God. Jesus, because he was sinless, had experienced unbroken fellowship with God for all of his life. And now, because your sin and my sin were piled upon him on the cross, the Father turned his face away, and Jesus felt the fellowship broken for the first time and cried out in desperation, why have you forsaken me? I look at that song, and I look at that verse in this song from a different perspective. There are things that I didn't understand until I became a father myself, and I heard the cry of the son saying, God, why have you forsaken me? Father, why have you forsaken me? But I can also look at it from a father's perspective now and hear the broken heart of the father as he hears his son speak those words. As a son, I thought you were cruel to watch your young man die. His friends were not in the crowd that day to hear his wounded cries. Who would have thought that a loving father would turn his face away? It seemed at the moment he needed you most, you were far away. And he knew the pain of love rejected. He knew the sorrow of friends that had gone. He knew the agony of sin collected that gave him the cross instead of a throne. When you turned your face away, he knew the pain. As a father, I changed my perspective, 'cause now I understand the hardest thing that you ever did was watch them nail his hands. It was love that caused your only son to hang on the cross and bleed. And it was your love and his choice that made a way for a sinner like me to be free. And you knew the pain of love rejected. You knew the sorrow of friends that had gone. You knew the agony of sin collected that gave him the cross instead of a throne. When you turned your face away, you knew the pain. Well, it caused my cold heart to melt when I understood the pain you felt. You felt, 'cause you knew the pain of love rejected. You knew the sorrow
gave him the cross instead of the throne. When you turned your face away, you knew the pain of love rejected. You knew the sorrow of friends that had gone. You knew the agony of sin collected. Gave him the cross instead of a throne. When you turned your face away, you knew the pain.